हरिः ओम् नमस्सर्वेभ्यः। अष्टाध्यायी परिचयः इत्यत्र अद्य सुबन्तप्रकरणस्य तृतीयः अभ्यासवर्गः। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। Let us continue the discussion of the Subanta Prakaranam. We have the list of volunteers. Let's go by the sequence. Chandra Prabhaji, please raise your hand to convey that you are ready to be unmuted. Namaste.
Namaskaram, Mhodaya.
Namaste. You can let me present your slide deck and you can start. Just a quick reminder, you don't have to talk about Itsamyaka letters. You don't have to talk about Swauja Samaucha Sutram.
Yes.
You don't have to talk about Rutva Visarga. Okay. Anything that is general for like 70 different words, you don't have to worry about. Specific things about the given word, we are going to focus on that.
Okay, Mhodaya.
You can start.
Okay. Yes, I'm doing this sadhu shabda. Is for Prathamaika Vachana Vivaksham, sadhu su, that's just Pratipadikat Pares, Vaudeha Pratyaya su. I have given meanings in both from the PDF as well as from the Sutrartha, from Ashtadhyayi. Pratipadikat Pares, Vaudeha Pratyaya su, atra su iti, Siv Pratyaya Pratyaya asti, sadhu sa Updesha and thereafter it's Sanya sadhus atra agachati, sadhuru atra rutvasya visarga bhavati.
Sadhu.
Sadhu iti antima rupam siddhyati.
Okay.
Sambuddhi atra next I have written that sadhu su, so just same pratipadika parisvadyaha sadhu yogesa updeshannaska itsanya and tasya lopaha sadhosa hrasvasya gunaha atra. This is the change from the previous Prathamaika Vachana Vivaksham. Atra sambuddhi asti ataha sa hrasvasya gunaha hrasvantasyangasya gunaha syat sambuddhau iti hrasvanta angasya antima swarasya sambuddhi pratyaya pare gunaha.
Okay, let's elaborate on that. What is, you are saying sambuddhi pratyaya pare gunaha, you are writing okaraha. What is the relation and how do you find out that there is an okara over there?
Atra gunaha bhavati, sambuddhi pratyaya pare gunaha. Pratyaya asti sa, so sadhu becomes sadho.
I understand that, but you are not saying sambuddhi pratyaya pare okara deshaha. You are saying gunaha and you are writing sadho. So what is the relation with this okara and sambuddhi pratyaya pare gunaha? This is what I want you to explain. The question is clear?
Angaha bhavati u. Tasya angasya gunaha bhavati sa pratyaye pare.
I understand that, but you are saying gunaha bhavati. You are not saying okaraha bhavati. What you are writing is okara. What you are saying is gunaha. Are these two same? Is what I am asking.
A yoge u.
Where is a yoge u? See, this is sadhu. Okay. Sa plus dha plus u. Now what happens? You are saying gunaha bhavati. This is understood. But you are writing okara in place of gunaha. What is that? Anybody, not necessarily you, anybody.
Raswantanga sadhu dha.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to copy down from the website. You don't have to like blindly believe what I teach. You have to understand what's going on. If you say Raswanta Angasya Antima Swarasya Sambuddhi Pratyaya Pare Okara Deshaha Bhavati, I would have understood. But you are saying Gunaha and you are writing Okara Deshaha. That doesn't sound correct. Geeta ji.
Mhodaya, उकारस्य ओकारः भवति यदा गुणः भवति.
How do you know? When did I teach this? Okay, we'll ask somebody else. See, these are the basic things that I'm going to pick up these things because many times students get confused and I exactly know what would be the issue. See, the simple question I've asked and two people have stumbled on it. Sunanda ji.
हाँ गुणवर्णाः आ
हाँ.
आ ए ओ
How do you know A O R Gunavarna?
इ अस्ति चेत् ए भवति इदानीं पश्यतु साधु इति अस्ति साधु इति पद अस्ति पदसंज्ञा अस्ति साधु इति पदमस्ति पदान्ते उ अस्ति ध प्लस् उ उकारः अस्ति अतः व्याकरणे गुणसंज्ञकः वर्णाः अ ए ओ इ अस्ति चेत् ए भवति उ अस्ति चेत् ओ भवति.
But why? किमर्थम? इ अस्ति चेत् ओ भवेत्, उ अस्ति चेत् ए भवेत्. केन उक्तम् इ अस्ति चेत् ए एव भवेत्, उ अस्ति चेत् ओ एव भवेत्? केन उक्तम्?
स्थानेन्तरतमः.
स्थानेन्तरतमः स्पष्टीक्रियताम्.
स्थानम् अनुसृत्य चयनं करणीयं. तत्र इ अस्ति चेत् ए स्वीकरणीयं वा ओ स्वीकरणीयं वा इति स्थानम् अनुसृत्य तस्य चयनं करणीयम्.
अत्र किं भवति? अत्र उकारः अस्ति. उकारस्य किं स्थानं?
उकारः अस्ति. उकारस्य स्थानं please give me 1 minute.
Take your time. Yeah.
I know.
उपपद्मानीयानाम्
उपपद्मानीयानाम् अष्टौ.
रिविजन
उपपद्मानीयानाम् अष्टौ.
उपधा अस्ति.
अतः स्थानान्तरतमः स्थानम् अनुसृत्य उकारस्य अनन्तरं
ओकारः भवति. कथं स्थानम् अनुसृत्य? उकारस्य उच्चारणस्थानं किम्?
उकारस्य ओष्टौ.
ओकारस्य उच्चारणस्थानं किम्?
ओष्टौ.
No. Go back. Go back and revision. Let's ask other people. Wait.
Kantoshtam.
Kantoshtam. Correct. See, the every day while whatever you mentioned just now, right? Every morning you have to chant in front, sitting somewhere. Edaito kantatalu, odaito kantoshtam. Otherwise, it will not be registered in your brain. Okay, correct. So you have kantoshtam and you have oshtau. So there is oshtha mapping. Therefore, ukarasya sthane okarah bhavati. Avagatam?
A iti kantha.
A iti kantha asti. Ukarasya tu oshtau. तस्य संबंधः न वर्तते. ए इति तालु कंठतालु इति अस्ति. उकारस्य ओष्ठौ तस्य संबंधः न वर्तते. परंतु ओकारस्य कंठोष्ठम् अस्ति. कंठः तथा ओष्ठौ. उकारस्य अपि ओष्ठौ तत्र संबंधः वर्तते. अतः स्थानम् अनुसृत्य उकारस्य स्थाने ओकारः भवति. अतः साधु इत्यस्य स्थाने साधो इति भवति. This process is called guna. That's why when we say sambuddhi pratyay pare gunaha, this is all thing that is going on in the background. Class number 21 to 30 probably revision, or 11 to 20, whatever revisions are needed. Okay, thank you very much. Agre. So what happened? Sadho. Then
sadho atra eng hasva sambuddhehe eng anta dhasvatanta cha angat sambuddhe lupyate. eng antat hasvantat shabdat vitasya sambodhane ekavachana pratyaya halvarna lupyate. अत्र साधो भवति. संबोधन
साधो इति अन्तिमं रूपम्. अस्य साधो इति शब्दस्य पदसंज्ञा कथम् अस्ति? उत नास्ति. Is it there or is it not there? And if it is there, how? And if it is not there, why not?
What's the question, Mahodaya?
Sadho iti antimam rupam labdham. This is the final form.
Yes.
Is this sadho word a pada? If yes, by which sutram? If not, why not? I mean, the questions are not necessary for you. Anybody. Anytime I ask questions in the discussion, they are for everybody. I am not going to ask the same set of people. others should raise.
पदसंज्ञा अस्ति महोदय.
Asti. Okay. Kena sutrena asti. Maybe it is asti. Kena sutrena. Other people, why people are not raising hand? I don't understand. Is this not a useful exercise or what?
पदसंज्ञा अस्ति केन सूत्रेण.
This is not like a chanting course where Shravanena api punya labha bhavati. Unless you participate, there is no punya here. Manjiri ji.
It is ekavachanam sambuddhihi iti
What?
sutreణ. Ekavachanam sambuddhihi.
Ekavachanam sambuddhihi gives the sambuddhi samnya to supratyaya. That is not my question. My question is su is gone. Sadho is remaining. Why is it a pada? If it is a pada, and if it is not a pada, why not a pada? So is this sadho, what you said, ekavachanam sambuddhihi, is the samnya of the supratyaya. This is called sambuddhi in some when used for sambodhana. Completely irrelevant. Subhashini ji.
Suptingantam padam.
Correct. Suptingantam padam. Suptingantam padam ityanena sadho ityasya pada samnya bhavati. My question is, how is it subanta? Supratyaya has gone. Sa is not there. So subantam katham asti? Question is clear? We'll ask someone else. Subhashini ji. No, she is not raised her hand, no? Okay, Purnima ji, you seem to be very eager in answering. My request is, please don't answer questions on the chat. I want everybody to think. If you just leak out the answer from the chat, it's not good for others. Purnima ji.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
प्रत्ययलोपे प्रत्ययलक्षणम्.
But then there is a nishedha for pratyalope pratyalaksham. Nalumatangasya. So, why is not that nishedha being called here? See, I can spend one class on one prakriya. There's so many questions I can ask. I'm just not doing that because otherwise course will go for 12 years. So I'm just picking questions. Why is pratyalope pratyalakshanam being used and not nalumatangasya? Vidyaji.
महोदय तत्र लुमत् इति लु यस्य अस्ति इति लुमत् अत्र प्रत्ययलोपः अभवत् न तु लुक् श्लु लुप् इत्येतेषां लोपः.
which sutram?
अत्र लुक् न आसीत्, श्लुः न आसीत्, लुप् न आसीत्.
See, what she is saying is that there are 4 types of lopas: lopa, shlu, luka, and lupa. Out of that, na lumatangasya sutram is only applicable for anything that has the lu particle in it. Who has the lu particle? Shlu has the lu particle. Lupa has the lu particle. Particle means actual verb. Actual verbal pronunciation should be lu. So shlu, lupa, luka, all these have the lu as the verbal particle, and therefore the nalumatangasya sutram is applicable only to that kind of lopa where lu particle is heard. Here it is not a shlu, not a luk, not a lupa, it is lopa, pure lopa. This sutram comes immediately after halgyabhyo dirghasutisya pruktam hal. So 6.169 halgyabhyo is immediately after. So eng lasvat sambuddhehe एंगंताद ह्रस्वांताद शब्दात विथ संबोधनस्य एकवचनस्य हल वर्णः लुप्यते केन शब्देन लुप्यते लोपः इति अनुवृत्त्या लुप्यते. So lopa is the word used, and therefore by nalumatangasya therefore the sutram nalumatangasya is not applicable. Hypothetical question: if this would have been luka instead of lopa, hypothetical question, what would be the problem, or would there be a problem? If this was a luka, would there be a problem?
Pratyayasya luk shlu lupaha.
That is a definition of pratyayasya luk shlu lupaha. Everybody has to revise, okay? Vidyaji.
सम्यक् वा मम चिन्तनम् इति न जानामि, परन्तु तत्र अङ्गस्य कार्यं न वर्तते अधुना. नलुमताङ्गस्य इत्यनेन अङ्गस्य एव अग्रे कार्यं न प्रचलति,
Correct.
अधुना पदसंज्ञा विषये एव चर्चा पदसंज्ञा तु भवति एव तत्र सुप् इति योजनेन पदसंज्ञा भवति अन्तिमरूपस्य
Understood. Correct. So basically, nalumatangasya sutram, which is a nishedha for pratyelope pratyelakshanam, is at two levels. One is the lopa must be done by the lu particle, and second, it is the anga karya that is blocked. What we are talking is the pada samnya given by suptingantam padam, which is 1,414. It is not an anga karya. Only the anga karya has to be blocked. So whether it is a lopa or lu or whatever, luk or whatever, suptingantam padam will never be blocked, and therefore sadho, the final word, will still be a pada. Anyway, next, sadhu plus au.
Getting fried.
Sorry, what?
Getting fried already within few minutes of beginning.
That's okay. This regular study is very, very important, you know. Don't say that. Somebody is saying samanya argument, vakye tu padani eva bhavanti, atah padam asti eva. This is also acceptable. So sadho is a pada. It is used in a statement. But why is it a pada? Because of suptingantam padam. Okay, sadhu plus au, second one.
This is again for sambodhana. Sadhu plus au pradipatika presvadeha. Sadhu pratameo purva savarna. Akvarnat prathama dvitiya vibhaktyo ajadi pratyaya pare. Purva pareyoh eka purva savarna dirgha bhavati. Atra sadhu iti sambodhana dvivachana rupam he sadhu. He is the prefix there for he aji ari. Yeah.
That's okay. Next one, sadhu. This is also another point that I want to discuss, that even a dirgha is also by sthanentartamaha only. It's not like normal ukara tasya dirghaha dirgha ukara. It's not as simple as that. You have to have a sthanentartamaha. Ukarasya uchcharana sthanam oshtau, dirgha ukarasya uchcharana sthanam api oshtau, and therefore hasva ukarasya sthane dirgha ukaraha adesha rupena vidhyate. I think we discussed this at some point in time, but if not, this is important to understand that even a simple dirgha adesha, a swara has a varjan called rasva and dirgha, but it's not as simple as in place of rasva just put a dirgha. There is a sthana taratamya that goes behind the scenes. Anyway, sadhu plus jasa.
That's for the sambodhana bahuvachana rupa.
That's okay. Prathama bahuvachana sambodhana.
Sadhu jas atra sadhu as chutu iti pratyayasya upadekshaka rupasya ado vidyamana chavargiya varna tavargiya varna cha itsanka bharati pratyayadyav chutu itav syatam. That's again the meaning I've given. Atra jakarasya itsangya tasya lopaha iti lopaha halantyam उपदेशन्त्यं हलि स्यात् अतः अत्र उपदेशस्य अन्तिमव्यञ्जनं यदस्ति तत्र तद् इत्संज्ञकं भवति इति अन्तिमसकारस्य इत्संज्ञां प्राप्तायां विभक्तिसंज्ञा बलात् न विभक्तौ तु स्मः उपदेशे विभक्ति स्थानवर्ग सकार मकारः नेतः विभक्तिसंज्ञकप्रत्ययस्य औपदेशिकस्वरूपे विद्यमान तवर्गीयवर्णः सकार मकारः एते इत्संज्ञकाः न भवन्ति इति सा nishidyate. So na vibhaktav tu swaha does the nisheda prakriya here.
Okay. What the nisheda on what?
Asyeva
sakara.
just becomes as. The transformation happens
okay.
ja to a.
Next.
Sadho yoge as. Jasi cha hrasvantasyangasya gunah syat just pare. Hrasvantasya angasya just pratyaya pare gunadesha bhavati. U yoge a o bhavati sadho yoge as.
This is absolutely not correct. I'll tell you why. And this is many students have been doing this. U becomes O. Please understand this. U plus A is not becoming O. What are you writing? Rasvantasya angasya gunaha jasi pare. So jas is pare. And ukarasya okaradeshaha bhavati. If you write U plus A is equal to O, it looks like an ekadesha sandhi. Like A plus A is equal to A. What do you mean? Two A's are combining to form an A. This is Savarna Dirgha. Are you combining U and A to create O? No. You are only converting U to O. The A remains as it is after that. Only because that A is remaining, you can do an ayadesha by Ho yava yavaha to form sadhav plus asa.
Yeah.
That A is still sitting over there. So never write like this. This is like a big mistake. U converts. So what you directly write is U arrow O, or what you write is U plus A gives O plus A, indicating that A remains
Okay,
as it
okay,
is.
same.
You understood?
Yes, yes.
Clear?
Transformation happens only with
Ha.
O and not with A.
Ha. Whereas in a normal guna sandhi, A plus U, Surya plus Udaya becomes Suryodaya. So
Suryodaya.
A plus U both become O together. So this equation is correct, but this equation is not correct. Clear?
Okay, okay.
Same in Yana Sandhi also. Iko Yanachi, E plus A does not become Ya. It becomes, I mean, it's okay to write Ya, but E plus say A does not become Ya. It becomes Ya plus A. Only E gets converted to Ya. That's why Iti plus Asid becomes Ityasid. A still remains, right? So, not correct.
So it is Ekadesha in one place and not Ekadesha in the other.
This is only Ukaradesha, whereas in other examples it is Ekadesha. Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Agree. Sadhu becomes Sadho plus Asa. Agree, Kim?
साधवयोगे अस् भवति एचो वायवः अत्र एच् वर्णानां स्थाने संहितायां स्वरे परे ऐ आव् एते आदेशाः भवन्ति क्रमेण
उकारस्य अवादेशः
एचः क्रमादेयः सेम् थिङ्ग् संहितायां साधवस् साधवरु अत्र all this is about ऋत्वं
विसर्ग युगे साधवः
संबोधन बहुवचनरूपेण हे साधवः
हे साधवः
भोः साधवः. Yeah,
correct. That's okay. Question, not necessarily to you. Tulyasa prayatnam savarnam. There is a question here. Tulyasa prayatnam savarnam. That sutram is a definition of savarnya. It is not to be used for picking savarnya. Tulyasa prayatnam savarnam is a definition of savarnya. Please watch previous classes. Course is becoming difficult. Please watch previous classes. Anyway, the question that I want to ask is not necessarily to you, to everybody. What if Panini forgot writing Jasicha Sutram? So if there was no Jasicha Sutram, what would happen?
Bahuvachana Rupam.
What would happen? How will the prakriya go if there was no Jasicha Sutram at all? So you have Sadhu plus Asa and there is no Jasicha Sutram.
Oh. 109.
Yeah, not necessarily you. People can raise hands. Think. Saroja ji. Namaste.
Sadhvas.
Sadhvas. So that was one option. Sadhvas. How did you do that? Which sandhi? What did you do for sadhvas? Which sandhi? What?
Yan sandhi.
Yan sandhi. Okay. Yan sandhi. Anybody who thinks sadhvas is not the correct answer? Purnima ji.
ओकारस्य आकारे परे
There is no okara. There is no okara. Jasicha would
उकारस्य आकारे परे वकारः एणादेश सम्यक् अस्ति.
So that's what she said, na? Sadhvas. Samyak asti, na? So anybody who doesn't think samyak asti, please raise their hand. Otherwise, please put down your hand. Anybody who thinks that is not correct, please raise their hand. Others, please pull down their hand. If it's okay, I'm not saying it's not correct. I just want to find out what people know. So Vidya ji.
अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे आम् तत्र यण् भवति एव अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे तु तत्र प्रथमयोः इति दीर्घसवर्णः स्यात् साधूसति.
What a simple answer. Prathamayoho purvasavarnaha. So Prathamayoho purvasavarna will give a purvasavarna. You are talking about Prathama Bahuvachanam. Basics. So just because Jasicha is not there, exactly immediately you don't do Yana Sandhi. This is the exact reason why I asked the question. I precisely know what are the pitfalls over here. So Sadhu plus Asa, you will do Prathamayoho purvasavarna. Is there a sutram that will block Prathamayoho purvasavarna over here? Will Nadichi block Prathamayoho purvasavarna? Or will Dirghaj Jasicha block Prathamayoho purvasavarna? If the answer is yes, we have to go find another way or then go back to Yanadesha. The question is, one candidate said ikoyanachi, other said prathamayoho purvasavarnaha and ikoyanachi. So which is correct? Is ikoyanachi correct or is prathamayoho purvasavarna correct? And what is the correct possibility? Obviously, nothing happens because there is jasicha. But assuming there is no jasicha, which one would happen? Vidyaji.
नादिचि इति न भवति तत्र जस् इति अस्ति अत्र साधु इति अस्ति इच्
साधु इति
अत्र
नास्ति,
न
जस्
प्रवर्ते
अस्ति, न आत् इचि, करेक्ट. सो नादिचि इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल
इति न प्रवर्तेत. तत्र दीर्घाजसि तु तत्र दीर्घः नास्ति एव,
दीर्घः एव नास्ति. अतः प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्ण इत्यस्य निषेधः न संभवति. नादीचि इत्यपि न संभवति, दीर्घाजसि च इत्यपि न संभवति. इदानीं प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्ण इति एकं सूत्रम्, इको यणचि इति अपरं सूत्रम्. एतयोः मध्ये कस्य सूत्रस्य चयनं स्यात्? कस्य सूत्रस्य चयनं भवेत्? So at this moment we know that neither iko yanachi is blocked nor prathamayo purvasavarna is blocked. Both of them are possible candidates which will be selected. Ratnakarji, please raise your hand if you want to say something. Which one of them? Namaste.
Namaste, Acharya. It's only Pradhamaya Purvasavarna.
Why?
Because the width or whatever you call is limited only for two varnas, but whereas Ikoyanachi has got wider range.
So Ikoyanachi is a much general sutram. Prathamayo Purvasarana is specific to Prathama and Dvitiya Vibhaktis. Not just that, it is a Parasutram. This is a Purva Sutram 6178 versus 61102. So Ratnakarji is actually studying a lot. He keeps on sending really nice questions to me on WhatsApp. That's why I know some questions out of syllabus also. So, and his study is actually seen over here in this answer. Anyway, any further questions? No. Agre gacchamaha. Sadhu plus au prathama dvitiya dvivachanam is the same prakriya, I think, for you have done it from Sambodhana.
Just also.
Just is also done.
This is for the Dvitiya Vibhakti, Ekavachana Rupa Vivakshayam. Sadhu Yoge Sadhum. अत्र अमि पूर्वः अक्वर्णात् अम् प्रत्यय सकारे परे पूर्वपरे एक पूर्वरूप एकादेशः भवति. अकोम्यचि परतः पूर्वरूपम् एकादेशः स्यात्. So it yoge sadhu plus it becomes
so whenever is there, what would happen if ami purva was not there? See, I'll tell you, not just to you, I'm telling to in general. All this what you're writing over here is of no value if it doesn't go in the brain. So ako ami achi parataha and so on is Dikshita's language. It remains with Dikshita. We have to explain our own understanding. So what would happen if ami purvaha was not there? What would be sadhu plus am? Ami purva is not there. What would happen to sadhu plus am? Purnima ji.
Again Prathamayoho Purvasavarna.
Again Prathamayoho Purvasavarna. So this has to go in brain again and again and again. You have to revise. Without that it will not finish up. So again Prathamayoho Purvasavarna will give a Purvasavarna Dirgha causing sadhu. Anyway, Shas Pratyaya. We'll move ahead. I'm spending too much time on one word. Shas Pratyaya.
Shas Pratyaya. Sadhu yoge Shas Dvitiya Bahuvachan Vivakshayam. Shas Pratyaya Atra. Sadhu yoge us again to do with Lashakvat Adite iti Pratyadi Chakarate. It's Sanyalo.
That's okay. You don't have to read any of that. Everybody knows.
Halantyam, Halisyat.
That's okay. That's okay. It's all correct. Don't worry about it. We don't have to read what is there. We just talk about the real transformation. What happens here?
Prathamayo Purvasavarna Atra.
Finally we have Prathamayo Purvasavarna, Purvasavarna Dirgha. What next? Now explain this part.
Sadhun. That's for Bahuvachana Rupam Sadhun. Tasmachaso Pumsi. It is Sakarasya Nakaradesha. Pullinga Shabdat Shas Pratyaya Pare. Prathamayo Purvasavarna iti Sutrena Purvasavarna Dirghe Krite. Tasmat Anantaram Vidyamanasya Shas Pratyaya Sakarasya Nakaradesha Bhavati. That's from this Tasmat Chaso Pumsi. Purvasavarna Dirgat Paro Yaha Shasaha Sakarastasya Naha Syat Pumsi. अस्य सूत्र से परग केवलम अक्वर्णांत शब्दानां प्रथमा द्वितीया विभक्त्योः प्रक्रियायाम् एव भवति. That I have written in bold because that is the one which is giving the information here for the transformation. साधून् भवति
That's okay.
वर्णात्
साधून् इति भवति. Next.
yes
Ta.
ta sadhu yoge ta again sadhu yoge ta chutu iti pratyaya upadeshika rupasya
It's okay. Sadhu
okay.
yoge a. Everybody knows
sadhu
this.
yoge after the lopa only a tishtati sadhu yoge a साधु इति प्रकृतेः घी संज्ञकः भवति शेषोघ्य सखी अत्र सखी इति शब्द सखी इति शब्दं वर्जयित्वा अन्ये ह्रस्व इकारान्तः च नदी संज्ञा भिन्नाः शब्दाः घी संज्ञकः भवन्ति यथा मुनि वारि मति साधु was also included in this group मधुधेनु अनदी संज्ञा ह्रस्व या विदुतौ तदन्त सखी वर्जं घी संज्ञकः स्यात्. It's the same repeated in PDF, so
that's okay. You don't have to say any of these. Let's go to next.
साधु अत्र नुट् आगमः भवति
how
विशिष्टानि कार्याणि अङ्गोना स्त्रियां इट्स् घिसंज्ञक विशिष्टा कार्याणि अतः नुट् आगमः अङ्गोना स्त्रियां पुल्लिङ्ग नपुंसकलिङ्ग घिसंज्ञकात् परस्य तृतीयैकवचनस्य टा प्रत्ययस्य न आदेशः भवति. So sadhu,
why are you writing a nut over here if na adesha bhavati? Then you said na adesha bhavati, you wrote a nut. Where is nut adesha? And the nut is first of all not an adesha. Why is this nut? You understood my question?
Nut is an agama.
Where is agama? What is your description? Let's read it carefully. Pullinga napumsakalinga ghi samnyakat parasya tritiya ekvachanasya ta pratyasya na adesha bhavati. So what did you write nut? More attention you have to pay while writing the prakriya.
No.
Okay, it seems you have not understood at all. You have to go back and revise. Okay, every prakriya I'm pointing out problems. You have to go back and rewrite this prakriya. I don't take a look at your PDFs, even anybody's PDFs before class, because I have too many other stuff. In the class we have to correct it. So what happens is when you have sadhu plus ta, it is the ta pratyaya, a pratyaya that becomes na, ango na striyam, itterena ang pratyasya na adesha bhavati, sadhu plus na becomes sadhu na. Let's go to the sutram, ango na striyam. It will have a proper explanation with, where is this ango na striyam? Tritiya ekavachanasya ta pratyayasya na adesha bhavati. So it is the pratyaya that is changing. It is the pratyaya that is changing. There is no agama, nudagama and so on. Just a becomes na. Straight away sadhu plus na is equal to sadhu na. I have a question over here. Not necessarily to you, to anybody else. You have to think before you answer. The sutram given by Panini Maharshi is ango na striyam. We are saying this sutram is applicable to ta. Where is ta here in the sutram?
Oh.
Srinivasa Mahoday.
तत्र पूर्व आचार्यैः एतस्य कृते आङ् इति प्रत्ययः प्रयुक्तः आसीत्. तदेव पाणिनिमहर्षिः अपि प्रयोगं करोति, कुत्रचित् टा अपि प्रयोगं
कुत्रचित् टा प्रत्ययस्य अपि प्रयोगं करोति. But why? If Purvacharyas have used the ang pratyaya, Panini could use ang. Why create his own pratyaya just to show his greatness? Su aujas, aujas, ang bhyambhis, eng bhyange bhyambhyas, ngasib bhyambhyas. What is the problem?
यदा कक्षायाम् एतस्य विषये चर्चा आसीत्, भवान् उक्तवान् आसीत् महर्षेः तत्र विकल्पः इति स्मर्यते मया, परन्तु
that is correct. So see, it is a choice. Finally, the choice, he has to take a choice. The point that I was saying is that why did he use a explicit pratyaya called ta? It's a choice. He wanted to use a different pratyaya, and instead of da or instead of rana, he could use a ta. That is his choice. But why did he substitute that pratyaya in the first place? Is it just a choice, or was he forced to do that? Is the question.
प्रायः अन्येषु सूत्रेषु चूटु तादृशेषु सूत्रेषु टकारस्य प्रयोजनम् आसीत् अथवा टकारस्य कृते किमपि कार्यं भवति.
So then you are going into your own cycles. So Panini creates a pratyay ta, and in order to support ta, he creates chutu. That would be even second level of stupidity. You understand what I'm saying? He would have created chutu because he wants to support takara somewhere else, like tapa pratyaya. अत्र टकारस्य संज्ञा कथं भवति तर्हि चुटु इत्यनेन भवितुमर्हति करेक्ट सो इन केस ऑफ प्रत्ययास लाइक टाप चुटु इज एप्लीकेबल
न इति आदेशः मा भूत् इति न इति आदेशः मा भूत्
कुत्र मा भूत्
na can happen here but not elsewhere.
No, he could have said that's okay. He could have said ta na striyam whatever or no. What I'm saying is in the sutram he used ang, which is understandable because we are saying he pays his respect to his purvacharya. That is okay. That is not a question. When Panini created his grammar, he knew that purvacharya had a samnya called had the term called ang for tritiya ekvachanam. In his list of 21 pratyayas, why he did not use the same term? Why? And if he wants to substitute, he could substitute everywhere. Specifically, he is using angona striyam, that is for giving a respect to the purvacharya. Why he cannot use ta over there? He can use ta. He could have used ta. He uses ang for giving a respect to purvacharya. This is what I explicitly explained in the class. Now I am asking a reverse question. Why is ang not used as a standard pratyaya by Panini? Why did he use a separate pratyaya called ta? Is the question. Separate name for that pratyaya called ta. Let's give a scope to some other people as well. Who Manjiri ji.
It would have become nit pratyaya.
Very good. See, this is it would have become nit pratyaya. This is your first line of thinking. It would have become nit pratyaya. If Panini would have created ang in the list of 21 pratyayas, it would become a nit pratyaya. What that would have caused a problem? I mean, that nit, where it would have caused a problem? That is my next question. So this is the right line of thinking. He cannot use ang because it will cause an unnecessary impact of being a nit. Where would that be a problem?
Unity other sutras which
So
involve nit but not tit. There it would have been applied.
Correct.
It was not intended so.
Correct. So give me one concrete example where this would be a problem. See, we can always talk I'm not again targeting you. I'm talking to the entire class. We can always target, hypothetical sutras or hypothetical concepts. Where would this really cause a problem? In which Rupa Siddhi would this cause a problem? Vidyaji.
याडापः इत्यादिषु सूत्रेषु तत्र ङित्वस्य उपयोगः भवति.
So what I'm going to ask, so what I'm going to ask you is this. You are on the right lines. Yadapaha can be taken as one example. Write down the prakriya. Take a few minutes, not just to you, everybody, and show me the exact prakriya, telling what would be the incorrect form that is generated. The question is clear? Take your minute or two, write down the prakriya and tell me what would be the wrong form that would be generated. Yadapaha is one example. Yes, you can go on that line or you can go on some other lines as well. Sudhavalli ji.
Namaskar, Mahoday.
Namaste.
If it is a nit praskriya, then it will become a striyam. It is nastriyam. Ango nastriyam. Actually, it is a pumlinga and napumsakalinga.
I am not talking about this sutram. I am talking about the list of pratyayas in su, au, jas, au, chas, ang, bhyam, bhis. If you write like that, what is the problem? Where is the striyam coming in the picture? This sutram continues to remain, right?
Yes, of course, that nit pratyaya, stri pratyaya will become hrasva, ukara and hrasva, ikara will become.
So that's what I was saying. Write down a prakriya and tell me a prakriya that would be incorrectly generated. Okay, anybody who has raised the hand, the only thing I want is a prakriya, no other explanation. If you don't have a ready prakriya, please put the hand down. I want a ready prakriya where you can show me an incorrect form generated. If the pratyaya is taken as ang instead of ta, show me a prakriya where incorrect form would be generated. Umaji.
नमस्कारः महोदय।
नमस्ते।
घेर्निति इति गुणः भवति, साधो न इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति इति मन्ये।
साधो ना,
साधो साधो
साधु प्लस ना इत्यत्र किं भवति? वेरी गुड। इत्यत्र किं भवति?
साधो
साधो ना किमर्थं भवति?
घेर्निति इति
घेर्निति इति लिसन टू दिस, घेर्निति इति सूत्रेण गुणः भवति। किमर्थं भवति? ङित् प्रत्यय परे घी सम्यकस्य अंगस्य गुणः भवति। देयरफॉर साधु विल बिकम साधो. At the same time, angona striyam will convert that ang pratyay to na. Even when ang is converted to na, the ङit property of ang would be continued to go to na thanks to sthanivat bhava. Therefore, na is still a ङit pratyaya. The anga sadhu is still a ghi samyak anga. Therefore, sadhu plus na would become sadho na. Gher-ngiti would apply over here. Very good. Is there any other? Very good. Is there any other problematic place where this would be a problem? There are many, 5-6 places are there. Somebody mentioned yadapaha, so I just wanted to understand if you can find out the problem. There will be a problem with yadapaha, there will be a problem with multiple other words, there will be a problem with sarvanama samyaka words. Can you give me a prakriya? I am not going to listen to anything except prakriya. Ratnakarji. Oh, you don't have your hand up.
Sorry. In fact, there are many other sutras that come rather clash, like Giti Rasvasya, then like Geep, Geesh, Geen. In all those places, probably the problem would have come.
Yeah, so see, your answer is
that's one. That is the reason I lowered my hand.
Okay, that's what. So your reason is theoretically it might make sense, but what word you used, probably it will make a problem. So that probability we have to remove. We have to find out a precise example where there will be a problem. One answer has been obtained. Sadhona would be a possibility. So we will take that and we will go ahead. But this is an exercise for some of you or all of you, those who are interested. Please go ahead and try out some prakriyas where there will be a mistake. Chandra Prabhaji, you were talking sadhu, right?
Mahodaya.
Okay, sadhu. Now let me talk about this. Sadhu plus bhyam, there is nothing. Sadhubhyam, sadhubhyam, sadhubhyam.
Yes,
let's go ahead. Sadhu plus bhis, there is nothing. Sadhu bhihi. Let's go ahead. There is nothing in these prakriyas. Let's talk about nye. So you have sadhu plus nye, sadhu plus a. You don't have to stick any of this. Sadhu plus a, it is okay. Talk about the next step. Okay. Correct.
That brings in the a there. Gisangnakasya niti supi gunaha syat.
Okay.
Sadha. Atra echa yavayava.
Before that, sadhu becomes sadho. So that's the guna happening.
Okay, sadho yoge a. Gisangnaka vishtani karyani gerniti. Gisangnakasya angasya nit pratyaye pare gunadesha bhavati. Gisangnakasya niti supi gunaha syat.
Okay, next. Sadhav plus echo yavayava.
Echo yavayava, that makes it sadhav av.
And then sadhavi.
Iti okarasya av adesha bhavati. Sadhave iti antim rupam siddhyati.
Correct. Sadhubhyaha is not a problem. Sadhoho. Let's go to ngasi and gas.
Sadhu yoge nasi.
Becomes asa. That's okay.
Again, nashakwataditya.
That's okay. Everybody knows this. Next.
Sadhu yoge asa. This again, it's a Ghisangnakaha and how sadhu is included in the listing. Anadi Sangyav Hraswav Yuvidatav Tadanta Sakhi Varja Ghisangnasat. Sadho yoge as Ghisangnaka Vishtani Karyani Gerditi Ghisangnakasya Angasya Nit Pratyaye Pare Gunadesha Bhavati. Ghisangnakasya Niti Supi Gunaha Syat. This is again Ghisangnaka Vishta Karyani Asti Gerniti iti Sutrasya Prajanam.
Okay. Next what? What next? Sadho plus asa.
sadhos. Here again, Eshaya Vayava Itanena Avadeshe Prapte Apavadatwena Nasignyasoscha iti Purva Rupa Ekadesha Bhavati Ying Antat Nasi Nas Prate Pare Nasi Nasoscha iti Purva Rupa Ekadesha.
That's okay. So sadho plus asa, and therefore purva rupa ekadeshi kote sadhos giving to sadhoho.
Sadho. That's again to
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. That
One
is
question. See, I'm rushing because all these basic steps I'm expecting everybody knows. The real gems are to be focused on. So for example, here, what is the real gem? You have sadhu becoming sadho and sadho plus asa. Attatra purva rupa sandhi bhavati, purva rupa ekadesha bhavati, sadho plus asa. That is absorbed and you have sadhos. That is the crucial aspect that has to be focused. One question, again, not necessarily to you, to anybody else. Why is this Nasing Asoscha Sutram necessary? I can just do Eng of Padanta Dati and absorb that Akara to become Sadhos. See this, Sadho plus Atra becomes Sadhotra, Eng of Padanta Dati. So why not Sadho plus Asa Sadhos? Same Sutram. Are people even listening to me? Same set of hands are raised. So, see, sadho plus atra is sadhotra, eng of padanta dati. So, sadho plus asa sadhos, eng of padanta dati. Vidyaji.
तत्र जस् शस् आम् इत्येषु स्थलेषु तत्र क्लेशः भवेत् महोदय. तत्र अस् इति भवति, साधु आम् इति भवति चेत् तत्र साधोआम् इति किमपि भवेत्.
एङ् ऑफ पदान्ताद् अति ह्रस्वकारे परे एव तत् सूत्रं प्रवर्तते.
अस्तु.
In jas, shas and so on, there are other sutras that will block, right? Prathamayo purva savarna and so on will be blocking. So that's not an issue. You get what I'm saying? In the prakriya, in ami purva, for example, pratyaya ami purva will block. In jasa and shasa, eng of padanta, prathamayo purva savarna or whatever, dirgha jaso, tasmat chaso no pusi and so on will block. Or even echo yavayavaha and so on. So why is Nasing Asoscha required over here? Why not eng of padanta dati? Anybody?
तत्र पदान्त तत्र पदान्तः न भवति अत्र.
कथं न भवति?
तत्र साधु अधुना नसि इत्यस्य योगे तत्र पदान्तः एव नास्ति.
कथं नास्ति?
साधु इति.
Why not a padanto?
महोदय, भवतः प्रश्नः तु तत्र नसिंहसोः तत्र एकादेशः इति अस्ति. तत्र किमर्थं तत् सूत्रम् आवश्यकम् इत्येव महोदय, किल?
करेक्ट् सत्यं.
तत्र एङ् पदान्तात् अचि इति स्वीकुर्मः चेत् तत्र
पदान्तादति
अति तत्र पदान्तात् अति इत्यत्र पदान्तः इत्येव न भवति खलु. तत्र
कथं न भवति इति पृच्छामि. किमर्थं पदं नास्ति?
तत्र नस् इति प्रत्यये परे तत्र
You're beating around the bush. The answer of the question is like half a line. Purnima ji.
Ajadi pratyaya asti.
That's all I'm looking for. Ajadi pratyaya pare bha samya bhavati. Pada samya na bhavati. That's all I want to hear. All nonsense is being taught. Okay, so that's also, you have to be extremely precise, and the only way to get that precision is all sutras should be at the tip of your tongue, continuously revolving around the mind. That will happen only by practice. So sadho plus asa ityatra pada samya nasti. Ataha nasing asoscha iti sutram siddham. So if you go to nasing asoscha, it is immediately after eng of padanta dati. Nasing asoscha sutram Eng of Padantadati, Gasingasoscha. Why did he write one after the other? Because Eng of Padantadati is for a Padanta Eng Varna, and now he moves on to a Padanta Eng Varna. Eng Varnat Ngasingas Pratya. So a Padanta Eng Varna se Vishaye Atra Ngasiga. So somebody might have written also. This is look at this Kashika. I don't know if you can see my screen. Apadantarthaha arambhaha. Okay, this sutram is for apadanta, previous is for padanta. So all this has to be, everything is taught. All you have to remember, watch videos again and again. It's more important than I stress these things. So okay, so eng sadho is done. Sadho shashti bahu ekvachan is done. Os, again there is nothing to discuss. Sadhu plus os. Yanadeshaha bhavati iko yanachi sadhvoho am pratyay. Chandra Prabhaji, let's discuss am pratyay.
महोदय साधु योगे आम् साधु अत्र नुट् आगमः भवति प्रत्ययः स्वनद्यापो इति
षष्ठी बहुवचनस्य विवक्षायां you have to pay attention while you are writing. This is षष्ठी बहुवचनम, not सप्तमी बहुवचनम. Okay, you are talking about 6.3, you wrote 7 point. षष्ठी बहुवचनम.
In my notes.
So नुट् आगमः
नुट्
भवति.
आगमः ह्रस्वान्तात् परस्य आम् प्रत्ययस्य ह्रस्वनद्यापो इति नुट् इति नुडागमः भवति. अत्र नति ह्रस्वान्तात्.
That's okay. All this description, things copied from website, everybody knows, you don't have to talk.
टित्वात् आद्यन्तौ टकितौ इति आद्यवयवः. That's
so
important.
That न comes over here, and what happens after? How is this dirgha done?
इत्सङ्गकं भवति. साधु योगे नाम नामी इति अङ्गस्य दीर्घ अत्र भवति. अतः ऊकारस्य ऊकारः भवति. साधूनाम् अत्र अन्तिमरूपं तिष्ठति अङ्गस्य दीर्घः इत्यनेन.
Okay.
That was my comment.
Useless. Sadhu plus ni. Let's discuss this.
Sadhu plus ni. This is saptam ekavachana vivakshayaam. Ni iti pratyayah. Sadhu yoge I lashakvatadati lashakvatadite iti pratyaya nakarasya itsanya tasya lopah. Sadhu yoge I atra sadhu iti prakrute gisannakah bhavati. Atah sheshogya sakhi.
That's okay. You're repeating. So sadhu plus au. But what happens? Sheshogya sakhi iti ghi samnya. Ghi samnyayaha kim prayojanam atra?
gisannaka vishishta.
Kim karyam asti ghi samnyaka vishishtam?
इकारन्त उकार शब्दात् परस्य घी प्रत्ययस्य औतादेशः.
What is the औताद? So accha ghehe accha ghehe इत्यनेन औ आदेशः भवति. This is for the घी सम्यक. Correct. घी सम्यकस्य औ आदेशः, घी सम्यकात् परस्य प्रत्ययस्य औ आदेशः, तथा च शब्दस्य अन्तिमवर्णस्य अकारादेशः. अंगस्य look at this. अंगस्य अन्तिमवर्णस्य अकारादेशः भवति. So it's a simultaneous two transformations. You have sadhu plus E becomes au and U becomes a.
Oh,
no, not dirgha. Rasva U becomes a. So it is sadha plus au. You have written it over here. Instead of sadhu plus au, you have to write another step over here. Sadha plus au. So ni pratyasya au adeshaha and ghi samnyakasya angasya akaradesha. You wrote akaradesha, but you still wrote sadhu over here. You have to write sadha plus au and then normal vruddhi. Sadhau.
Rudirechi. Yeah.
Okay. There is a question over here. I'm just going to throw out the question at you. I don't expect you to know the answer. Let's see if anybody knows the answer. I don't expect you to know the answer because it is out of syllabus.
Oh my.
But no, not you. I'm not targeting you. Just in general, anybody.
It's okay.
That's okay. So why is the pratyaya given au adesha? What would be the problem if the pratyaya gets o adesha? So anga is getting an akara. See what is happening? Sadhu plus E. E is becoming au and sadhu is becoming sadha. And then you are doing a vruddhi sandhi to form sadhu. Is this question clear? What if E would have been given O adesha? It would still be sadha plus O sadhu, A plus O au. So why is O adesha being given? E is converted to au, U is converted to a. Even if E would have converted to O, still Vruddhi would have given you sadhau. So the question is, why Panini decided to convert E to au? I do not expect that you know the answer, but still if anybody wants to take a try. Purnima ji.
Mahoday, au is taken as an anuvritti from previous sutra.
Correct. So au is taken as an anuvritti from previous sutra. That is okay. But why anuvritti? Why not create O? I mean, alpaksharatam and so on is okay. But is there any better reason than just anuvritti? Vidya ji.
मुनो इति भवेत् महोदय मुनि इत्यस्य
So muna plus O, munau. Same problem for muna also, right? Muni and sadhu prakriya is identical. Muna plus au, munau. So muna plus O will still be munau. A plus O is au, right? I'm not confusing anything, right? Okay, let me give you a hint. Let me give you a hint. I don't expect you to know answer. Let me give you a hint. Who knows the complete declination of the pati word? And what is the saptami ekvachanam of pati word? Nobody knows the pati word by heart? You should go back and memorize pati word by heart if you don't know. Pati and sakhi. These are the words that are one of the most difficult words. Memorize pati and sakhi by heart. Vidya ji.
तत्र पतौ इति भवेत् पत्यौ इति इकार औकारयोः.
So patau iti bhavet iti nasti. What is the form of the pati word? You tell me. What is the what is the form of the pati word? Patyau.
Patyau.
Patyau. Why is muni becoming munau, but pati becoming patyau? Muni is becoming munau, but pati is not becoming patau. Pati is becoming patyau. The reason. So I don't know now. I don't remember if I have taught you this or not. But please understand, pati becomes patyau, but muni becomes munau, because muni is a ghi samnyaka word, and therefore the sutram accha ghehe is applicable for a ghi samnyaka word, which converts the pratyaya ikara to aukara and the ikara at the end of the anga to akara. So you have two ikaras sitting next to each other. Muni or pati plus ni. You have two ikaras sitting next to each other. The pratyay ikara is converted to au and the anga ikara is converted to a by achaghehe. Single sutram does both the transformations. This sutram is for ghi samnyaka entities. Pati is not a ghi samnyaka word. Pati is not in our list of 70, so I did not elaborate on that. But pati is not a ghi samnyaka word, therefore acha ghehe is not applicable. For pati word, you need an au adesha. This requires pati plus au giving patyau, and that au which is in the previous sutram was simply carried in the next sutram as somebody pointed. So it was possible for Panini Maharshi to specifically change the structure to do an O, but the previous sutram required an O. So it is not possible for Pati. So the answer that I was looking is that for words like Pati, it is not possible to give the Pratyaya or the Adesha as O. It has to be Au. So for one type of Ikaranta words, it is Au. So he prefers that the same Pratyaya be carried to other type of Ikaranta words. This is the answer. As I mentioned, Pati word was not in the discussion. So it's okay if you do not understand or appreciate it. That's perfectly fine. Saptami Bahuvachanam, again there is nothing. Sadhu plus super. The only thing you have to worry about is Adesha Pratyayoho becomes Sadhushu, and that completes the entire prakriya of the word Sadhu. Chandra Prabhaji, thank you very much. Please correct all the mistakes that we noticed during the discussion. Let us go ahead. Is Lalita ji ready? Can you please raise your hand? हाँ, नमस्ते. हाँ, नमस्ते.
नमस्ते. नमस्ते सर्वेभ्यः. शब्दः ईकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग पपि शब्दः अस्ति. उणादिप्रत्ययः अस्ति. पपि सु इत्यत्र ऋत्वविसर्ग
Correct.
पपि
This is what
प्लस् सु
this is what I'm expecting.
ऋत्वविसर्गेण
Don't talk anything that is obvious.
ऋत्वविसर्गेण पपीः इति भवति.
Okay. My one question before that. Wait. Before that, why not halgyabhyo dirgha sutisya pruktam hal? This is a dirgha ikaranta word. So it should just get rid of ikar su pratyay.
स्त्रीलिङ्ग नास्ति. स्त्रीलिङ्ग शब्दः नास्ति.
But परन्तु तत्र सूत्रे स्त्रीलिङ्गस्य निर्देशः एव नास्ति. हल्ग्याभ्यो दीर्घः, that's it. सुतिस्य पृक्तं हल. स्त्री प्रत्ययस्य निर्देशः नास्ति किल तत्र? So why is su pratyay not removed by halgyabhyo dirghat? What happens with nadi plus su?
नदी संज्ञकः. नदी संज्ञकः.
हाँ, नदी संज्ञकः अस्ति, परन्तु तत्र किं भवति? And what happens with papi plus su? श्रीरङ्गाजी.
Yanta.
Yanta. So papi, you just now mentioned it, unadi pratyayanta. So unadi pratyayanta asti, ata yanta nasti. Ni pratyayanta nasti, nish pratyayanta nasti, unadi pratyayanta asti. Ata atra so halgyabhyo iti sulopaha na sambhavati. Correct. Papi plus au.
पपि प्लस् औ इत्यत्र प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः इत्यनेन प्रसक्तिः अस्ति अस्य, परन्तु दीर्घाजसि च इत्यनेन निषेधः भवति.
Very good. Why not nadichi?
इकार.
Very good. Why not nadichi?
अत्र ईकारमस्ति. नादिचि कार्यं न करोति.
किमर्थं कार्यं न करोति? अवर्णान्त शब्दानां कृते अस्ति. अत्र that's all I have to correct. Questions are simple. Correct. So papyau, next 2.2 is also papyau jas. That's okay. Papi plus jas.
तत्रापि औट् प्रत्ययः अपि एवमेव भवति. पपि प्लस् जस् इत्यत्र जस् इति चुटु इत्यनेन जकारस्य इत्संज्ञेन
पपि प्लस् अस्. Again, प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः is blocked by
दीर्घाजसि इत्यनेन.
Correct. So whatever underlines are there, just speak that. Okay. Papyas, papyaha. Okay. So papyaha is your final form. We'll move on. Papyaha. Papi plus shasa.
पपि प्लस् शस् इत्यत्र शकारस्य इत्संज्ञा भवति. पपीस् इति भवति. सकाराः तस्मात् शसो न पुंसि इत्यनेन नकार आदेशः भवति.
अत्र दीर्घाजसि इति किमर्थं न प्रवर्तते?
इच् वर्णः अस्ति खलु.
दीर्घाजसि च इति सूत्रं you applied for jasa, right? Just now you just saw for here. You applied
shas. You asked.
Correct. Shas asti, jas nasti, अतः तत् न प्रवर्तते. Papis becomes papin. Okay, next.
Papin इति भवति.
Okay. Ta
प्रत्ययस्य आ इति भवति चुटु इत्यनेन.
Why not angonastriyam? Why not angonastriyam?
तदेव युस्त्राख्यौ इति न तत्र कार्यं न करोति. पुल्लिङ्गशब्दमस्ति.
पुल्लिङ्गशब्दः अस्ति, परन्तु न साधु इति साधुना इति भवति. पपि प्लस् टा पपिना इति किमर्थं न भवति?
उणादिप्रत्ययः अस्ति. इकारान्त स्त्रीलिङ्गशब्दः नास्ति.
परन्तु साधु शब्दस्य विषये वदामि अहं. मुनि इति पश्यामः. मुनि शब्दस्य विषये किं भवति? मुनि बिकम्स् मुनिना. तृतीयैकवचने मुनिना इति भवति. पपि इत्यस्य पपिना इति किमर्थं न भवति इति प्रश्नः. Question is clear?
Yeah.
Right. That's okay. If you are stumbled, that's okay. Papina iti kimartham na bhavati? Why is Muni converted to Munina? What is the property of Muni that makes it Munina?
गुण अभवति
न गुणा नास्ति, केवलं ना इति आदेशः, प्रत्ययस्य ना आदेशः किमर्थं भवति? लेट्स् आस्क अदर्स. सुधावल्ली जी. घी संज्ञा नास्ति. If there is a घी संज्ञा, you get a na. There is no घी संज्ञा over here. My next question, why घी संज्ञा नास्ति? किमर्थं घी संज्ञा नास्ति?
That is dirgha hrasva only.
Correct. ह्रस्व इकारांत ह्रस्व उकारांत शब्दानामेव घी संज्ञा, दीर्घान्तानां न. अतः पपि इत्यस्य घी संज्ञा न भवति. So these are the basic things. Once basics are clear, everything will be clear. Okay, next one.
Papibhyam ityatra.
There's nothing in papibhyam. Next, papibhi, nothing.
Papinge.
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 Iko yanachi.
Nge. Lashakvataditena.
Very simple one. Okay. Okay.
Papibhyah.
Papibhyah iti kimapi nasti. Papi ngasi. What happens? Papi plus ngasi, panchami ekvachanam.
Panchami. Papi. Ityatra aspratyaya bhavati. Papya iti aspratyaya bhavati.
Iko yanachi. Iko energy. That's all you have to speak. Iko energy. Okay. Keep on repeating that. Iko energy. Iko energy. Papi plus ngasa. Iko energy. Papi plus os. Iko energy. Papi plus am. Iko energy. Papi word is the best example of applying eco energy. Multiple different places. In fact, papi plus ni is the only place where you will not actually see eco energy. What is happening in place of papi plus ni?
Seventh. Papi plus ni. Itatra savarna dirgha ekadesha.
Very unique example. Papi plus e savarna dirgha bhavati. Very unique example of saptami ekvachanam giving guna and saptami ekvachanam giving savarna dirgha are both pretty unique. Guna people don't understand because you have bala plus e becoming bale. But for savarna dirgha it is equally unique. You have papi plus e giving papi. That's the savarna dirgha over here. And papi plus su becomes papi shu.
Papi shu. Ikvarna
adesha pratyaya.
Adesha pratyaya. Tasmat shasona pumsi ityena.
And then sambodhana is again he papi.
Sambodhana he papi iti bhavati.
That's all.
Atra hrasvapi nasti rutta visarga api.
Correct. Very good. There is not much
for
I
the
can
next
discuss.
Time I will get. Sorry, sir. For the next time, I will get more
difficult words. Okay.
I will take the. I am taking the Vishwapa.
Vishwapa. Okay. We have not done Vishwapa yet, right? It will come.
Yes. Okay. I will do that. Sorry, sir.
That's not sorry. I mean, there are. It's okay. You picked up the simple one.
If I know the answers, also I cannot answer at a time.
That's okay. This is practice. That's why I'm saying these sessions are also as important as our actual course sessions because this is where we get to know how much we have reached. Anyway, Agre gachhamaha. Sunanda ji, if you are ready, please raise your hand. Sunanda ji, if you are here and if you are ready, please raise your hand. Sudhavalli ji, do you have a question?
Yes, Vishwapa is over. I have taken Vishwapa.
Oh, she has taken Vishwapa. That's okay. If it's over, we are not doing it again. I have all the record in the sheets. Don't worry about it. Whichever words are pending, I have that list in the sheet and we are only going to take those. Don't worry about it. I'm teaching. Okay. Sunanda ji. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
You're doing Prasham, right? Is this your document?
Mahodaya.
Prarabhamahe.
Prasham iti shabdaha pullinga makaranda pullinga shabdaha prasham arthavat adadu rapratyayah iti sutrena pradivadiga sajna bhavati anandaram prasham plus su pradama vibhakti ekvachana pratyaya yojanena सुप्तिङन्तं पदम् इति सूत्रेण पदसंज्ञा अपि भवति अनन्तरम् उपदेशे तदपि वक्तव्यं खलु उपदेशे अस्तु अस्तु प्रशां प्लस् स अनन्तरं अनन्तरं सकारस्य अपि लोपः भवति हल्ङ्याभ्यो दीर्घत् सुदृशवृत्तं हल् इति सूत्रेण सकारस्य हल् वर्णस्य लोपः अपि भवति प्रशाम् इति अवशिष्यते प्रशाम् इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति अनन्तरं द्विवचन प्रथमा विभक्ति द्विवचनविवक्षायाम् अस्तु धातुसंज्ञा अपि अस्ति किप् प्रत्यय योजनेन धातुसंज्ञा अपि अस्ति अतः धाद्वन्तमकारस्य मोनो धातोः इति सूत्रेण मकारस्य स्थाने नकारादेशः भवति प्रशान इति अन्तिम रूपम्
इत्यत्र क्विप् प्रत्यये कृते यू वांट टू एक्सप्लेन दिस पार्ट शम इत्यत्र क्विप् प्रत्यये कृते शाम इति
प्लस शम धातु अनन्तरं क्विप् प्रत्यय योजनेन अनन्तरं अन्य एकसूत्रम् अपि दीर्घादेश सूत्रमपि अस्ति तत्र प्रशाम् इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति परं धातुसंज्ञकः अपि अस्ति
किमर्थम् अयं शब्दः धातुसंज्ञकः
न तद् यदा किप् प्रत्यय किमपि प्रत्ययं योजयामः सर्वबहारी अस्ति अनन्तरं तद् तस्य किं वदामः तस्य कार्यं तद् न जहाति
वेरी गुड
प्रत्ययः अस्ति सर्वाबहारी अस्ति सम्पूर्णरूपेण गच्छति चेत् अपि तद् तस्य कार्यं तत्र पूर्णतया न जहाति कार्यं तु भवति एव अतः धातुसंज्ञा अपि
लिसन् क्विप् प्रत्ययस्य कार्यं धातुसंज्ञा प्रदानम् इति नास्ति धातु अस्ति शम इति क्विप् प्रत्ययस्य सम्पूर्णरूपेण नाशे जाते केवलं धातुः अवशिष्यते अतः तस्य अग्रे धातुसंज्ञा भवति अंडरस्टूड and what you said क्विप् प्रत्ययस्य सम्पूर्णं कार्यं न नश्यति अतः प्रातिपदिक संज्ञा अपि अस्ति क्विप् प्रत्यय will even if after it is gone it will keep the प्रातिपदिक संज्ञा and because no listen you are confused listen carefully now you have prashama plus kvip giving prashama clear okay now what is prashama it is a dhatu clear pra is kept aside shama is the dhatu what is the kvip it is the pratyaya what is a shama plus kvip it is a krudanta kvip is a krut pratyaya therefore dhatu plus kvip is a krudanta what is a krudanta is a pratipadikam krut tadhita samasascha so prashama plus kvip is a pratipadikam thanks to kvip pratyaya. Do you understand? Any krut pratyaya gets added. Say for example, patha plus aniyar becomes pathaniya. That is a krudanta. So anything that ends in a kvip pratyaya is a krudanta and therefore it is a pratipadika by krut tadhita samasascha. Therefore prashama is a pratipadika thanks to the kvip pratyaya. So क्विप् प्रत्ययस्य सम्पूर्णरूपेण निष्कासनं भवति लोपः भवति तथापि क्विप् प्रत्ययस्य गुणः कः गुणः कृदन्तत्वं सः गुणः प्रशाम् इत्यत्र संस्थाप्यते अतः प्रशाम् इत्यस्य प्रातिपदिक संज्ञा अस्ति so whatever you said that सम्पूर्णरूपेण न त्यजति and so on is for the प्रातिपदिक संज्ञा the dhatu संज्ञा has nothing to do with kvip dhatu संज्ञा is on shama. What happens is because kvip is completely removed, shama as it is exposed and it was dhatu, therefore prasham becomes dhatu. Clear? Therefore prasham is dhatu. The prasham is dhatu in spite of the fact that there was kvip and prasham is a pratipadikam because there was kvip. Two different ways to explain the same. I mean two different sides of the coin. Prasham is a dhatu in spite of the fact that it is kvipanta. Prasham is a Pratipadikam because of the fact that it is Kvibant. Clear? And therefore it is gaining a Dhatu Samya because of the Sarvapahari nature of Kvipa, and now it is a Makaranta Dhatu. That Makara is converted to Nakara. Dhatvante Vidyamanasya Makarasya Padante Nakara Desha Prashan iti bhavati. But then you should do Nakara Lopa by Na Lopa of Pratipadikantasya, because Prashan is also a Pratipadikam. It should undergo a Nakara Lopa. Why don't you do a Nakara Lopa by Na Lopa of Pratipadikantasya?
असिद्धत्वात् नकारलोभः न भवति.
Correct. Asiddhatvat nakaralopah na bhavati. 8 to 7 verses 8 to 64. Next. Prasham plus au, leave it. Prasham plus jasa, leave it. There's nothing, right? I mean, leave it means no spending time, no worth spending time. Prasham plus ama, leave it. Prasham plus au, it's all varna melanam. Prasham plus shasa, prashamar, prashamaha. Again, just varna melanam. Prasham plus ta, varna melanam. Talk about next one. Prasham plus bhyam.
प्रशां प्लस भ्यां तृतीया विभक्ति द्विवचन प्रत्ययः अनन्तरं स्वादिष्ट सर्वनामस्थाने इति पदसंज्ञा अपि भवति.
कथं पदसंज्ञा भवति स्पष्टीकरोतु. कथं पदसंज्ञा भवति?
सर्वनाम भिन्न प्रत्ययः अस्ति. सर्वनामस्थान भिन्न प्रत्ययः अस्ति भ्याम्. अतः
तदेव न पर्याप्तं. सर्वनामस्थान भिन्नः कीदृशः? सर्वनामस्थान भिन्नः अजादि
भिन्नः यकारादि भिन्नः अस्ति.
करेक्ट. Therefore किं भवति?
अतः स्वादिष्ट सर्वनामस्थाने इति सूत्रेण प्रकृतेः पदसंज्ञा भवति.
अस्य पदसंज्ञा भवति प्रशाम् इत्यस्य. अग्रे प्रशाम्.
अनन्तरं प्रशान् प्लस् भ्याम्. अत्र धातुसंज्ञः धाद्वन्त मकारस्य मोनो धातोः इति सूत्रेण नकारादेशः भवति. प्रशान्भ्यां वर्णमेलनं भूत्वा प्रशान्भ्याम् इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति.
Okay. Why not अनुस्वार? मोनुस्वारः.
प्रशान् इति पदं पदसंज्ञा अस्ति, पदमस्ति. नश्चापदान्तस्य जलि इति सूत्रेण एव अनुस्वारः.
not प्रशान्. प्रशाम प्लस भ्याम. Previous step. प्रशाम plus bhyam. Did we not learn why not anuswara? Monuswaraha iti makarasya anuswaraha kimartham na bhavati. Again, question is not only to you, to everybody. Didn't we learn this in the class? If not, I must have missed it out. But does anybody know? Why monuswaraha? Geeta ji. Did we study this in the class, by the way?
Yes, Mohoday. Yes, Mohoday. Yes, Mohoday. Kramatvat, Mohoday.
What Kramatvat? What is Monuswara? 8324, right? Monuswara is 8324, no? Monuswara? 8323. Monuswara. Whereas your Prasham is 8264. So 8323. Sorry. 8323. And this is 8264. Correct. I was reading something else. 8323 comes later. 8224. This is 82, right?
Yes.
Mono. Let's mono dhatu.
8323. Monuswara
8323. 8224 and 8323. Correct. So mono dhatu iti purvam agacchati. I must have written this in mono dhatu somewhere. Not written. It's very obvious. Anyway. Okay. So we discussed this in the class, right?
Yes, Mohoday. Yes, we did.
Anuswara asiddhatam asti. What after this? Why not anuswara at prashan plus bhyam? At this stage, why do not get an anuswara? Sunandaji. Sunanda ji.
महोदय.
Why do you answered that? You have to repeat your answer.
नश्चापदान्तस्य जलि इति सूत्रेण अनुस्वारः भवति. अत्र प्रशान इति पदमस्ति.
Correct. That's all. Very concise. नश्चापदान्तस्य इत्यत्र अपदान्तत्वम् अपेक्षितम्, अत्र पदत्वम् अस्ति. That's all that we are required. प्रशांत plus भिस same प्रक्रिया, nothing new. प्रशांत plus ङे वर्णमेलनम, प्रशांत plus भ्याम same प्रक्रिया, प्रशांत plus भ्यस, प्रशांत plus ङसि. You can stop me anytime you think it's a different prakriya. Okay, I'm just saying it's the same thing. Either it's a varnamelanam or it is basically what you just now described for bhyam. Same thing is to be there. Prashant plus bhyam, prashant plus bhyas, same. Oh, you have written the same thing again and again. Okay. Prashant plus ngas, same thing. Prashamaha, prashamoho, prashamam, same thing. Prashami, prashamoho. Let's talk about saptami. Prasham plus su.
Saptami मध्ये कार्यमस्ति.
Just give me 1 minute. Vidya ji, you have a question?
अत्र पदकार्यं न वर्तते वा? तत्र नः सि दुडागमः भवति किल? प्रशान इत्यत्र यदा पदसंज्ञा भवति तत्र ढकारः न भवति वा?
कुत्र? प्रशान प्लस भ्याम. Which sutram?
एक निमिषम्. अत्र
that will come right now. Are you talking about sakare pare?
अत्र प्रशान इत्यत्र अपि न भवति वा? नश्च इति मया लिखितमस्ति. प्रशान्भ्याम्
नश्च इति सूत्रेण पदान्त नकारान्तरस्य सकारस्य दुडागमः भवति. In bhyam there is no sakara. All these sutras have only sa, sh letters in front. So all these 5 sutras which we studied together in one class, they either have sakara, see dasedut, nashcha, shituk, sakara and shakara, and then achvarnaha. That has to be that is the reason I stopped for sakara. Otherwise I would have gone straight away. Now we talk about prashanti. She has written it over here, nashcha. This is the sutra. This is the reason we want to discuss this prakriya. Okay, go ahead. Prashant plus su.
प्रशांत प्लस सु. अत्र अपि प्रशांत प्लस सुप् खलु? प्रशांत प्लस प्रशांत प्लस सुप् सप्तमी विभूति एक बहुवचन प्रत्ययः. अनन्तरं सु प्रशांत प्लस सु मोनो धातोः इति सूत्रेण नकारः प्रशांसु इति आगच्छति. अनन्तरं परे सकारः अस्ति. अन्तिम पदान्ते नकारः अस्ति.
This is one possible answer.
एकरूपं प्रशांसु. प्रशांसु इति एकरूपं भवति. अनन्तरम् अग्रे परे सकारः अस्ति. पूर्वं नकारः अस्ति. अतः नश्च इति सूत्रेण धुट् सकारस्य धुट् आगमः भवति.
Very good.
अनन्तरं टकारस्य इत्संज्ञा तस्य लोपः. उकारः उच्चारणार्थः एव. अनन्तरं ध इति अवशिष्यते. अनन्तरं परे सकारः अस्ति. अतः करीचा इति कर्वर्णः अस्ति. अतः करीचा इति सूत्रेण धकारस्य तकारादेशः. अनन्तरं वर्णमेलनं भूत्वा प्रशान सु. अनन्तरं प्रशांसु इति रूपम् अपि भवति. रूपद्वयम् अत्र भवति. प्रशांसु प्रशांसु.
Correct. Now tell me one thing. In prashansu or prashantasu, why is the nakara not converted to anuswara?
अत्रापि नाश्च पदान्तस्य जलि इति सूत्रं.
Correct.
नश्चापदान्तस्य जलि इति सूत्रेण अत्र अनुस्वारः न आगच्छति.
Okay. So that's it. So what is this? This that's okay. So everything is same. One question that I have over here is you have what nashcha iti sutrena dhudagamaha uktah. Nashcha iti sutrena tudagamaha uchyate chet kim syat. If there would be tudagama, tut agamaha bhavati. Not necessarily to you, to anybody. Why there is a dhudagama? Why not tudagama? Tut iti agamaha bhavet. What is the problem? Anybody? पूर्णिमा जी.
तकारः खर्वरः अस्ति, अतः पूर्वस्य नकारस्य अपि परिवर्तनं. तकार नकार.
What will happen? Takara is a khar varna, so you have prashana plus ta. What will happen?
नकारस्य तत्र
Bhavan plus tarati. What happens? Bhavan plus tarati.
झटति स्मरणे न आगतं. तत्र किं
रु मत्वसुरु सम्बद्धौ छन्दसि. अत्र अनुनासिकपूर्वस्य तु वा अनुस्वारात् परोनुस्वार अनुनासिकात् परोनुस्वारः and नश्चव्य प्रशान. That is the sutram.
तत्र अनुस्वार अनुनासिक तत् द्वे अपि विकल्प भवति, तत् भवति.
Oh, you are saying so basically bhavan plus tarati would become bhavans tarati. So if he would have written a ta over here, maybe na would have converted to ru, is what your question is, what your argument is. What is the sutram that converts na to ru? Anybody? Srinivasa Mahoday.
नश्चव्य प्रशान. तत्र अप्रशान इति अस्ति.
अप्रशान इति अस्ति. नश्चव्य प्रशान. अप्रशान इति अस्ति. See, very beautiful. अप्रशान इति अस्ति. That's okay. But luckily it's a prashan word over here. But there is another problem with nashchavya prashan. What is the problem with nashchavya prashan? Nashchavya prashan is 837. Whereas what we are doing is the sutram we are trying to modify is 8330. So even if nashcha would have given a tudagama instead of a dhudagama, that tudagama would be asiddha towards that nashchavya prashan. 837. And therefore there is no danger of no getting converted to ru at this stage, because nashchavya prashan is a purva sutram, it cannot apply. Is this clear? Or no?
Yeah.
So for prayogas like prashan plus tarati, he wants to block that particular rutvam, therefore that prashan word is there in nashchavya prashan. But that particular discussion, even for prashan word, is not applicable over here. So the original question remains, why do a dhudagama? Why not tudagama? So prashan plus dha, eventually it is becoming prashan plus ta, prashant su. So eventually you get the form prashant su.
Maybe it would have worked. He wanted to do alpaksharatvam dhut from the dhasi dhut.
Correct. So there was a dhut in dhasi dhut in the previous sutram. He wanted to do alpaksharatvam. Fair enough. Purnima ji.
तत्र ढसि ढुत्रात् अपि तुडागमः भवति वाति.
Let's talk about very good. That's exactly. So dhasi dhut. Let's go to dhasi dhut. Dhasi dhut. Why is the dhudagama given over here? Why not tut agama? Good question. Why not tut agama?
झत्वं भवितुं शक्यते.
What?
No.
So why is a dhudagama given over here? Why not tudagama?
तत्र ष्टुत्वं
Shtutvam can happen after tudagama also, right? After dha is converted to ta, shtutvam can still happen. Why not tut agama? See, Shtutvam does not happen because of a completely different reason. The na padanta toranam will block the Shtutvam. So when you have a d followed by the is becoming ta, and that ta is not going to get undergo a Shtutvam because of d is a padanta dakara. Na padanta toho anam will block takara getting a Shtutvam. That argument applies even if you have a ta in the beginning. So you have da and you have ta, that argument still applies. Clear? Not clear?
Clear, sir.
So why is Dhudagama created? I somehow don't seem to recollect the answer offhand. So this is a question for me also. I'll go and find out if I'm missing something. Maybe it's already 1.5 hours. So brain has stopped working. But why? The question is, why is a tutta agama not there? Why is dhuda agama there? He could have said da si tutta and he could have said nashcha. Why is this agama not there? I'll find out. Maybe I'm missing something very obvious. If anybody has an answer, you can tell. Otherwise, we'll stop here. It's already more than 90 minutes. Ratnakarji, we will start with you in the next class. We only finished 3 words today, Sadhu, Papi and Prasham. With this speed, probably till May, we are going to run with the Subanta Prakaranam only. Anyway, if there are any last set of questions, I'm happy to take. Otherwise, we'll stop. 2 exercises for you. One is for me also. This Dasi Dhutta will find out why is the Tudagama not told. Second exercise mainly for you is if there is Anga Pratyaya written in Su Aujas, come up with at least 2 or 3 prakriyas, actual prakriyas where there would be a problem. So I don't want any hypothetical discussion. If there is a pratyaya called ang written in the Su Aujas Auchat Ang Myambis, give me a few sutras, prakriyas where there will be a problem. Obviously, you have to mold the sutras accordingly. So instead of saying tang asiga saminatsyaha, you will have to say ang asiga saminatsyaha. So sutras would have to be changed. But even after doing that, because of the nitva specifically, would there be a problem? That's the question we have to answer. Next week, there will be sessions as usual. In here, US over here, there is a Thanksgiving holiday. That's where I'm explicitly saying there will be classes as usual. We will meet and we will go over this list. After this also, whosoever are interested, you can send your names and I'll append your names to the list after this. So next week, we are going to go with Ratnakarji and down this list. If you are not able to make it to the next class, please let me know so that I can move your name. Any other questions? If not, samapayamaha. Agrima saptahe niyamitarupena kakshadvayam bhavishyati. Ratnakarji.
Namaste. Thank God you have not given this as, in the sense, you are not asking this sort of questions in the homework. If that be the case, I don't know. Every class needs at least 5 weeks to get into that.
Yeah, this is the first 3 models, 4 models were okay. Now, starting from Subanta, there is huge prakriya, a lot of interesting discussion over here.
Correct.
And you won't find this in the normal other courses where you just go by Siddhanta Kaumudi sequence. It's so much of different.
The problem is that in many of the courses, they finish off this within 3 months. And it's really horrible. People for distance education, they finish it off in 10 days. Rather 10 classes. That's really horrible. There is so much to learn, basically, and to do prakriyas also. That's what I'm looking at.
Practice is the most important. So that's why write, revise, rewrite. So
I think I still have almost 20-25 words to be done somehow. Basically, time constraint because of various reasons.
No worries. We'll meet next week and we'll start with you. Okay?
Sure, Acharya. Okay. Namaste.
Samapayama. अष्टाध्यायी जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानामुपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनये नमः शब्द ब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. धन्यवादः.